Exclusive.
The Blueprints just dropped on Game Pass. It's a puzzle game, everybody. What it is you're the nephew of a rich guy who has a mansion, and he gives his mansion to you, and under the terms that you have to discover the 46th room in the 45 room mansion. And that if you do it in a certain amount of time, I believe it's 1 year. Is your time what is the?
I actually had no idea there was a time limit. I expected it to be. I don't remember it saying it anywhere.
Yeah, maybe I'm making that. Maybe that's in my head somewhere.
I assume it. I assume it does.
But it's a puzzle. It's a puzzle game, and let me tell you what I really enjoyed about it, and what hooked me is day one. And Spicy, tell me if you did this. But day one, you just go and you're like, okay, I'll put down this blueprint. What happens is how it works. The game mechanic is there's 3 doors when you enter the mansion, and when you go up to each door, you have a blueprint. Hence the name Blueprints. You have a blueprint, and you get 3 options of what is going to be behind that door. Every time you open a door, you choose what's going to be there, the type of room. And so when you first do it, you're like, oh, there's a bathroom. And you go in, and it's like, oh, there's no door for me to go through. So I ended that doorway. I can no longer progress at that doorway. Then you go to the right, and you put down a hallway, and there's 2 other doors, and then you go through those doors. But you're using the wrong... Day one, you're just using the wrong mechanics. At least I was. Completed the doors. You can't go any further because there's no doors left, or you don't have enough steps. You're limited in steps. Anytime you walk through a door, you use up 1 steps. You have, what do you have, 40 or 50?
You start with 40.
You start with 40. Some rooms gain you steps. There's things you can do that gain steps.
I think you start with 50.
I think it's 50.
I always do 40 because I always have to run around the area of the map first, and I lose all my steps.
So
if you haven't gotten that far, sorry.
So, but it's this puzzle that it's fascinating. And then every day after you can't go anymore, you reset. You sleep, end of the day, you wake up the next day, and everything is reset, essentially.
Because you're trying to find room 46, right?
Room 46, yeah. And you learn stuff, and you learn what each room does. You learn different items that you can do and stuff like that.
Well, is that the purpose? Like, oh, shoot, I messed up on day 1. Now I know what not to do on day 2.
Well, you can put together some cool combinations of rooms,
roguelike,
too.
so
Yeah, so I was going to say, is it a roguelike puzzler?
It 100% is. There's a lot of luck involved, but just like roguelikes, as you play it, you change the variance on that luck. For example, you can upgrade rooms. So you're gonna have 3 sets of rooms on every tile that you're gonna create, and you can choose from those tiles. But you can upgrade those tiles so they help you to progress further, essentially. So it's roguelike, just like every other roguelike game, where you can upgrade and then you'll get more and more powerful basically as you play.
It's cool. It's a cool concept, though. I've very much been enjoying it. It's like a nice...
Yeah, this is like one of the highest
like a nice
Metacritic.
focus game.
This is like one of the highest Metacritic score games, right?
At least before it dropped. I don't know what it is now, but before it dropped, it was.
What day are you on?
I'm only on day 3, so I just jumped in right before the show.
So, can I say this is funny? Can I say the story in this game is actually not a front-loaded story? So you actually have to play several days before you start to get into the story a little bit. Oh. So I played by myself for till day 5, and then I thought it was a good enough game that I'd play it with my wife, and so we've been playing it. And we're decently along. We're much further than you. And what this game does really well is because it's puzzles and you're trying to find out as much information. I find myself looking at the pictures on the wall.
Yeah, because
looking around,
there's like passwords that you need.
Passwords, yeah, exactly. And you find yourself, like, when you get to the archive, I don't know, have you unlocked the archive? Yeah. When you get to the archive and you start reading that stuff, and then you get to the mail room, and then you get to these rooms that have, like, the mail room has a letter, for example. The archives have a lot of information that you weren't privy to, because the initial story is rich guy, nephew, get your inheritance if you can get to room 46.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the story.
Yeah.
But then you're finding out things about your mom and things about something that happened on the thing, and you're kind of in a way forced to learn this because you're trying to find passwords and you're trying to understand why the color red is important, why the color blue is important, why all this stuff is happening. And it's actually a really fascinating game because you're being forced to be invested in reading this material and understanding the story.
What would you say? Because there are people out there, like for instance, Blake. I'm not a fan of puzzle games at all. Would this convert anyone to a puzzle game? Do you think, or is it too involved? Is it a good entry point? Is it a good introduction to a puzzle? Because I like playing it. Because there are like hardcore puzzle games, right? Like hardcore.
I would say this one's pretty hardcore,
but like. It's
It's
very
no
but
no
it's,
Qbot.
no, but it's very accessible. Is my point. Like it like masks the hardcoreness by leading you on just enough. You know what it is? It's Stardew Valley. I just got to get another day. Like I gotta put down another room. I gotta see what I get here. I didn't get what I want. I gotta roll the dice.
That mechanic, how it starts out, where it goes day 3.
Yeah, and it slow zooms in,
and then you're like,
that's well done.
A good run though will take 30 minutes. It's not like a good run is because of how slow you move through the map. Because you're looking at the rooms, you're looking look at this little piece of paper in the corner. It's a little blue bird. Little blue bird right here. What does this mean? And then you find the magnifying glass and you're going back to all your rooms trying to look at all the pictures.
Even more, so it progresses that way.
Have you seen people speed run this game?
No,
I'd like to see that.
I doubt you're going to get a big audience of speedrunning this just because of the sheer amount of RNG is involved in the tile sets. But you actually can, because once you know information, you have that information forever.
Like once you go through a room, like you don't need to pick it up. You got to pick up items, but when you know something, you know it.
Mm-hmm. There are some things that are permanent that unlock things, but once you have information is power. In this game.
It's a 90. It's a 93 on Metacritic.
Well, I don't use that score. That's not the real score. I never use that as the real score.
Yeah, I ignore that number entirely.
Yeah.
Is this the score that you use then?
Yeah. So this game is a 7.3.
Because the people play games, reviewers do not.
Yeah. And this is the type of game that a reviewer would like because it's like college educated art. You know? So
Jordan's exactly right.
That's so
he
like
nailed it.
They would like this. So.
Any game where they can talk and then halfway through push their glasses back onto their
I'm not saying that's a bad game.
And then continue speaking is a game that a critic
not
would
saying
like.
that's a bad thing. I mean, obviously the game is fun, and I mean it's still got a decent user score.
But look at the tanks on this. Like people are mad that it's so high. Like this is a perfectly fine game, but I completely disagree. That's a 93 out of 100.
So the people that I've seen that don't like this game,
that's why I get
the impression they don't like roguelike games
or puzzle games.
Yeah.
Not necessarily puzzle games.
This is exactly what this player said. The roguelike element of having to restart each day just don't mesh with a puzzle game. That's literally what a puzzle game, like what a roguelike is, though.
This game doesn't look like a roguelike game.
Yeah, that's
at
what I'm
all.
saying. It masks it really well.
Yeah, that's the low reviews have been. I hate RNG. I hate randomness. This game is so dumb. Well, what you don't understand is as you play, you unlock better rooms. You unlock ways to get the shovel. You unlock ways to get other items. Yeah.
Here we go. This comment. Do you agree with this, Spicy? The game is good, smart. It makes me think of Balatro because it's simple, polished, and easy to learn.
Yeah, but that's the. Is that how you pronounce that? I've been calling it Balatro. Is it Balatro?
I think it's Balatro.
I think you're pronouncing it correct. Yeah.
Oh. Well, regardless, yeah, because Balatro is a roguelike card game. It's a roguelike game, and it's just.
But still, even when you look at the user, most of the user reviews are positive.
Yeah, look, it's 92% or 65% positive.
Yeah.
I mean, it's overwhelmingly positive though. Huh.
Yeah.
Here's Cooper. See, Cooper says I'm not a big fan of roguelike, and I'm loving Blueprints. Yeah, I think it masks it really well.
Yeah, it's a puzzle roguelike game. I really do like the story though, David. I think you're going to enjoy it when you get to like some lore bombs.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Like when you get to the archive, call me after you're done.
Okay.
Because there's like whoa. okay. There's a lot of, because you know how as you're going through, I mean, you're on day 3, some things you have the names. It's like dropping hints of names on certain things and certain pictures on on like the nightstand.
The nightstand in the bedroom.
And have you made it to the dark room yet?
Yeah. Dark room.
Have you turned the lights on?
Oh no, not yet. Because freaking, I had a breaker room.
Yes.
And I didn't use it, and then I didn't get it again. I didn't get it again.
Oh. I mean, I'm gonna save you a little bit of time.
Okay, go ahead.
You got to walk into the dark room, and it goes out. It shorts, and then
I
you
know.
got to go back to the utility room and turn it back on.
Did I have a utility room?
So if you get the utility room first, you can't. It's already on. You have to walk into the red room, and the lights will go flicker and go out.
Yeah, it went out for me. That's what I'm saying.
And then you have to
because
go-
then on those 2 doors though, if you try to go, did you try to go through the 2 doors?
If
when
you
it's black?
already have the utility room, go back to the utility room.
Yeah,
and
that's what I'm
flip the
saying.
switch.
I never put it down.
Oh.
Because I'm trying to get to the end. So because it was a 1 room thing only, and I didn't know what it did yet, and I was like, I've not seen an electric room. I don't need to put this down. And then that's what I'm saying. I never got it back because in that black room, there's 2 doors on either side, and they both ended up being
And then just wait till you
dead
get to the
ends.
laboratory.
Dead ends for me.
The laboratory, and then David, there's so many rooms. There's
Yeah,
so
it's
many
cool.
rooms you're gonna
It's
enjoy.
very cool. It's very cool.
It's cool, and you're unlocking the rooms as you're playing because there's a big menu of like all the rooms you haven't gotten. Yeah, it's good. It's a really good game. My wife likes it, and she hates games that I play.
Very good.